Hey, comedian Leon the Jokester here. Okay, man, so our morning devotional is coming from Matthew chapter 15, verse 11. Matthew chapter 15, verse 11. I love this passage. I love what Jesus Christ said in this passage. It's so true. He said that it's not what you put in your mouth that defiles you, it's what comes out. It's not what you put in your mouth that corrupts you, is what comes out. Okay? So think about that for a second. If you're constantly reading the Bible, you're putting that in your system, in your spirit, and guess what's going to happen when you meet people? It's going to come out. If you are praying, you're putting that in your system and it's going to come out. If you're fasting, you're putting it in your system and it's going to come out. Okay? That's the whole point of speaking life and not speaking death. Have you ever been around someone who's consumed with like watching the news all day, right? I know back in St. Louis, I know a lot of friends that just constantly watch the news all day long, right? So imagine for a second, you're watching the news for hours on top of hours. The TV never cuts off. Never turn it off. Never turn the news off. So let's see what the news is talking about. So-and-so just got murdered. You put that in your system. COVID is back. Put that in your system. 1,000 cases. Put that in your system. Everybody's sick. Put that in your system, right? Another robbery. Put that in your system. Another shooting. Put that in your system, right? Okay, so then when that person who is consumed with watching negativity all day long, what do you think their conversation is going to be when they see somebody? Hey, Leon, did you hear what's happening on the news? COVID's back. Oh, did you see what happened up the street? 2 people just got murdered. Did you see what happened at the school? There was another shooting. Time out. Jesus said in Matthew 15, verse 11, it's not what you put in that defiles you, it's what comes out. So if you have all of this stuff that's been placed in your system, right, good or bad, the reality check is when you digest all of that stuff, that's what's going to mold you and that's what's going to come out when you speak, right? So you got to be careful on what you take in, because if you're not careful what you take in, that's what's going to come out. See, with me, the way that my mind works now is I'm constantly renewing my mind in the Bible. You know, Romans 12, verse 2, don't be conformed to this world, right? But be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You have to renew your mind daily by reading the scriptures so you stay focused. Every single day is a reset button. Click, click, hit that reset button, right? And renew your mind, because conformity is to become an image of something. So if the Bible is telling us do not be conformed to this world, because if you continue to take in everything the world's doing, guess what's going to come out? Worldly things, fleshly things, things that don't honor God, right? I tell comedians all the time, you know, there's a thing in comedy, because in comedy, there's different genres of styles and you know, comedy. So I tell people all the time, like, oh, well, you know, try to be positive when you're on stage. And the reason why I say that is because that's actually how you get paid. Why am I giving all the secrets away? I try to tell comedians that, because a comedian once told me, they said, Leon, I know you love God, you do the church thing, and that's cool for you. But with me, I'm an atheist. I don't do the church stuff. You know, I respect you and your stance with God. You know, you keep it clean and positive. But me, I'm an atheist. And I'm going to do blue material comedy. I'm going to do sex jokes. I'm going to curse. I'm going to do all that stuff. But you, Leon the Jokester, you do your thing with you and God in the church. Time out. The reason why I'm trying to tell the comedians, the blue material comedians that think it's okay to curse and do sex jokes, is that corporate companies aren't going to book you if you are going to make them look bad. That's the whole point. I'm not judging people. I'm trying to help them out. Why should I make thousands of dollars and not look out for other comedians in my city? Now, I can't put them on as an opening act because it's not my shows. All the shows that I'm booked for, companies called me and said, we want you, not the Wu-Tang Clan. You can't bring 9 other comedians with you, right? But we want to book you. Why? Oh, because they went to my website and saw that it was super clean. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to help people out. If you sit down and you're writing 20 minutes, 45 minutes, 60-minute comedy acts, what's your content about? Right? What's your content about? You have to get on stage with substance. When you get on stage and you give people substance, they're walking away with that. Because it's not what I put in, but it's what's coming out. But at the same time, whatever I put into my spirit, man, that's what's going to come out. Okay? If my spirit is dead and anti-Christ and anti-God, then what's going to come out is going to be everything that doesn't honor God. But if my spirit is alive in God, right, alive in Christ, then whatever I put in, that's what's being molded into the image of Christ. And that's what's going to come out. All right. So, man, that was good. I'm done. I'm done.